But first tonight, the Slave Labour Cafe in one of our top tourist towns in the south, where staff have gone unpaid. The chef who runs it went bust exactly a year ago, only for it to reopen immediately with his wife, the new owner. But that's all that's changed, and as Frank Pangallo reports, workers are still chasing their pay while they continue to hire more unsuspecting staff.
Pretty upsetting.
It's just not fair.
It's not, is it? Brad, can you come and talk to us, please?
He was just laughing.
He pretty much laughed in our face and said it's all been emailed and good luck, girls.
Well, it's business, as usual, for bankrupt cafe operator Brad Redman.
He's got money, he's got brand new cars, brand new things, but he can't pay any of us.
So how much do you think you're owed now?
At least 7 to 8 weeks' wage altogether.
I started messaging him constantly every day saying, where's my money, where's my money? And then my housemate did the same to help me out. And the next time I came back into work, I was given termination papers or an ultimatum, basically, leave or be fired.
Only a year ago, we told the story of the Artel in McLaren Vale going into liquidation, owing creditors from suppliers to staff more than $250,000. Among them, Tim Birchall, who was never paid for his air conditioning unit he installed, nor his daughter Georgia, a waitress at the cafe.
We all trying to run small businesses, we all try and help out local businesses, so I was happy to cut in the slack.
It's not fair if he can continue trading and still not be paying people, paying small businesses, paying suppliers. It's not very fair.
Then the very next day after closing the Artel's doors, they magically reopened under new ownership. And what a surprise, it was Mr. Redman's wife, Kate, and her company.
In my eyes, I couldn't see the difference between him or his wife. Like, either hands it's in, it's still the same family that's owning it.
Staff claim he still called the shots in the cafe, but he says he's just an employee. These debt-free reincarnations are known as Phoenix companies.
He does everything for that business, besides the emails have Kate's names on everything.
He plays the role of the boss, yeah.
And nothing's changed because many current staff haven't been paid their wages or entitlements. Mr. Redman hired Stephanie Brown as an apprentice chef on a meagre
$16 an hour?
Yeah, it's meant to be like $17 to $18 an hour.
Well, you would have been better off working flipping hamburgers.
I wish I had stayed flipping hamburgers. At least I was getting paid.
Stephanie hasn't been paid for weeks. She didn't even get any apprenticeship indenture papers.
It was just excuse after excuse.
I'd say it's probably about 20% below what they should have been paid.
Former employee ombudsman Gary Collis is a workplace relations advisor.
It's not their job to accept being underpaid simply to keep the business going.
All the staff were incredibly hardworking and good people with really good demeanours, just good down-to-earth employees.
But staff weren't getting paid?
That's correct, yeah.
Including yourself?
Including myself.
Tris Nullich was the cafe's supervisor. She too is chasing unpaid wages, along with teenage single mum Raquel Hofste, one of the waitresses.
It's not fair that people are going there spending their money thinking they're paying staff and paying for their food when really they're just supporting their lifestyle.
And you're also having to buy supplies for it?
Yeah, so he would ask me, I've got messages saying, can you go to the shop and get chicken breast, cheese, all of that? And I would bring the receipt and he'll be like, oh yeah, I'll get the money after. I never saw the money. So I was spending my own money that I didn't have on stuff that he needed.
All three have since quit, yet incredibly, even in its insolvent state, the Artel is still advertising for staff on Gumtree.
And it's clearly a case of exploiting young people, to have young people at the front door asking and pleading to be paid the wages, while you've got individuals at the back door coming along with the resumes to get a job, is just unacceptable.
What do you think will happen if we go and pay him a visit and ask him what's going on?
I think he'll probably hide in the back of the shop and then try and call the police.
Sure enough, that's exactly what happened. While we were there, another unhappy ex-worker came knocking. Linda Horvath's daughter, Madeline, hasn't been paid since March.
He did give her a cheque that bounced, and then she had one payment when we rang up and complained. He gave her $300, and then there's been nothing since.
After meeting Mr. Redman behind closed doors, the angry staff emerged livid when he gave them their group certificates.
No way.
That figure
piece
of what
paper
you've
is the
earned.
biggest bunch of lies I've ever heard. There is no way I've earned $7,000 in 8 months and paid $30 tax. And there's no way I've even worked that little. Like, I've worked so much more than that.
So this is a false document.
This is 110% bullshit.
Employees have 7 years to pursue those wages, so you may have finished with an employer 12 months ago, realise that you was underpaid, and you can still make a claim.
I really hope no one else has to go through this.
Mr Redman isn't talking as even more staff desert his sinking ship.
You've quit,
No, I haven't.
He's just walked into the kitchen.
but you will be?
Yeah.
So, you upset?
Yeah, I'm very upset.
And we've just been informed authorities are now investigating. Frank Pangallo there.